Abu 7, we have yet another issue arising here in this country and tied into the weather. As I keep stating, why are they not making it rain when we know that they can cloud seed? Well, ranchers now selling off their cattle in unprecedented numbers due to this mega drought that is spreading from the west. And as I've said, they're going to keep pushing this thing east further and further. They're now talking about sending in the Army Corps of Engineers to tap into the Mississippi River to try to backflow some of that water out to the west. That will be devastating for all the rest of the Mississippi and south of it. And they're blaming this all on the weather conditions, on them having to sell their cattle, because the ranchers are saying, look, we're in panic mode. We don't know what else to do. So this is starting to pick up at an unprecedented rate. We've seen the storylines and the dead cattle as they were pushing it that died in the heat, but we were never given any solid proof that that was the fact on that story. We know that it does happen, but other ranchers out there just taking precautionary measures, saying that before I lose all the cattle and all my money, I'm going to have to sell it. And this in turn is changing everything in their area where they are the big supplier of cattle. That's not going to be the case no more. And as more and more farmers or ranchers go down this path, making this decision, this is going to decimate this area in terms of our economy here in this country. We're already getting hit left and right, but this is the latest. Ranchers selling off their cattle en masse due to these conditions, which I believe the government could be doing a whole lot more to mitigate in terms of cloud seeding and the technology that they got. I want to break that down further on the next live stream. Join me, going live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Spitting that truth, censorship free. You'll find links below. Going live, Dabu777 here on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe. Much love.
All right. Shalom Akim. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all the praises, all the honor, and all the glory unto the unstoppable and undeniable force, YAHAWAH BaHashem, YAHAWASHI BaHashem, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and unto the elders of Great Millstone GMS for telling me this truth. Honors to the brethren in the Akim out there that's been pushing out this truth with all sincerity and in faith. And the Wadi YAHAWAH BaHashem, YAHAWASHI for allowing me to come back with another lesson. And the title of this lesson is going to be somewhere around just the lack of bread and thirst of water. Somewhere around those words. You know, I'll figure it out. But yeah, we're seeing this with ranchers, getting rid of their stock, getting rid of their cattle, so on and so forth, because of the lack of water. And that's according to the scriptures as well, because the Lord or the scriptures, Salakim. Let me grab it real quick. This is the book of Psalms 107 verse 33, and it says he turneth rivers into a wilderness and the water springs into dry ground. You see, and we're seeing that, especially like where I'm at. Usually there's places where it'd be like a stream or a river, or there'd be water there. There's no water there. You could see where the water level was, and you can see how dramatically it's dropped. And that's YAHAWAH BaHashem, YAHAWASHI, turning those rivers into a wilderness, those water springs into dry ground, And it says a fruitful land, okay, into barrenness. Fruitful land meaning you could plant crops, do this, that. But now YAHAWAH BaHashem, YAHAWASHI, he's turning that into barrenness, And like when a woman is barren, she is unable to conceive or bring forth anything. And that's what the Lord's doing into the ground, into the earth. All right? For the wickedness of them that dwell therein, and that's the reason. Because of all the wickedness and the wicked of them that dwell therein, and that is committed. All right? And soon this is not only just going to lead to, lack of water, but also the lack of bread, so good things, things that people want and need are going to get much more difficult to get and to find in these times that we're coming into, you know. So from here, let's go to the book of Ezekiel. All right, the book of Ezekiel 5:16, and it says this: when I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine. You see, because that's another thing. There will be famine. There will be pestilences. There will be fearful sights and great signs in the heavens. Let's grab this in the book of Luke 21:11. Then it says, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. You see? And these are the times that we're coming into, where there's going to be famines, earthquakes, pestilences, fearful sights, perilous times. Okay? So let's go back to Ezekiel 5:16. When I shall set upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you. See, and these things, the famine, the evil arrows of famine is going to be for you people's destruction, and it's being sent so that it can only do one thing: exterminate and annihilate and destroy you people, man. Which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you, and I will break your staff of bread. You see? Verse 17. So will I send upon you famine and evil beasts. All right? And they shall beware thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee, and I will bring the sword upon thee. I the Lord have spoken. See? And now what was I gonna say? I believe it's in the book of Exodus, where it says, I send, beast among you, which shall rob you of your children, and leave thy, streets desolate, somewhere around those words, because there will be animals out here that are going to be devouring a lot of you people, man, and even creatures which you never seen before, it's going to get real nasty out here, so to speak. Okay. This is the book of Ezekiel 4:16. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem. And see, the Most High, YAHAWASHI, he did this once, and he's about yet to do it once more again. Okay? It says, moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care, and they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment, that they may want bread and water, and be astonished with one another, and consume away in their iniquity. And that's what's going to happen. Like all majority of you people, you're going to consume away in that which you've done, the wickedness in what you've done. Okay? And there's going to be no mercy. Okay? YAHAWASHI, he's not going to have much pity in this time of wrath, in this time of anger, in the time of, or the indignation of the Lord. The scriptures talk about enter into thy chambers to the indignation of the Lord be passed. Roughly paraphrasing. Matter of fact, let's see where that is. How does it go? It's a lot. Oh yeah. Okay, let's see. Enter into thy chambers. Isaiah 26:20. Okay, cool. Let's grab that real quick. Isaiah 26:20. And it says, come, my people, enter into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. And this is talking about them chariots, because that's where his people, which is YAHAWASHI's people, the Israelites, first and foremost, starting with the elect, they're going to be entering into the chambers. They're going to be up in the chariots. Okay? All right, that's going to be somewhat of the like just how Noah entered into the ark, knew not until the flood came, and then the flood came and destroyed all of them, that didn't take heed. Well, the chambers represent also an ark, because that's what's going to protect us from that, the destruction and the indignation of YAHAWASHI. And it says, and hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpast. See, in what indignation? The indignation of the Lord, the justified and the righteous anger in which YAHAWASHI has. For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity, and the earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. You see? And that's the Lord, he's coming out of his place, all right, to punish those that dwell upon the earth, man, for all the wicked, or for the wicked for all their iniquity, man. Isaiah 13 and 11. I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. See? And that's what we're in the beginning stages of, where the Heavenly Father, our power, YAHAWASHI, he's punishing this entire world for their evil, man, and all the wicked for all their iniquities. Okay? You know, it ain't no, this ain't a game, man. This is very, very serious. But majority of you people, you're not going to realize that until it's too late. And then that's really when that hammer is going to come down, man. All right? That hammer is going to come down on you people. And you will not be able to withstand the blow. Let's go back to Ezekiel. All right, the book of Ezekiel. Let's go to the 10th verse. And it says, and they shall know that I am the Lord, and that I have not said in vain that I would do this evil unto them. Thus saith the Lord YAHAWASHI, smite thine hand and stomp thy feet, and say, alas, for all the evil abominations of the house of Israel, for they shall fall by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence. See, and those are the ways that you gonna go out, man. Okay, by the sword, or by the famine, or by the pestilence. Okay, and it says, he that is afar off shall die of the pestilence, and he that is near shall fall by the sword. And he that remaineth and is besieged shall die by the famine. Thus will I accomplish my fury among them. You see, and that's what's going to happen. The Lord, he's accomplishing his fury, man. He's accomplishing his anger. Because he is pissed off. Alright? He pissed off. Alright, and he ain't going to have no mercy on you people, man. Alright. So this is the book of Ezekiel 7 and 1. And it says, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, also thou son of man, thus saith the Lord YAHAWASHI unto the land of Israel, the end is come upon the four corners of the land. Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send my anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense, meaning pay you back upon all thine abominations. So you people, you gonna get what you give, man. Alright, what you done, you won't have to answer for it, man. Whether it be good or whether it be evil. Okay. Let's go to Job. Job, baby. Alright, Job Job 4 and 7, and it says, remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent. And that's right. And there's not one person on this earth, whether you be a man, woman, child, infant, it don't matter. Alright, if you be put to death in any way, shape, or form, you choke to death, you get in a car crash, baby flies out the window, whatever the case may be, guess what? There's nobody on this earth that perishes being innocent, man. Alright? You either did something in the life that you live now, or you paying for something that you did in your past, man. Most High, he requireth that which is past. Okay? So when you see a hard or harsh judgment, just know that, don't feel bad. It's all the judgment of YAHAWASHI. Alright, just like King David, when when somebody was coming up against him, I forget who it is, but he pretty much like had a stroke, right? And he laid down for a couple of days, and then he gave up the ghost eventually. You know, and David was told the news, and what he didn't say, oh man, you know, our people, one of our own, you know, has passed. It is done. he's dead. You know, he said pretty much, or he didn't pretty much say, he said, Barakatah Yahawah, man. Hey, all praise to the Heavenly Father, man. You know? Okay. It says, I remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. See, so if you plowing after wickedness, you sowing after wickedness, you doing something you probably know you're not supposed to, guess what? You're gonna reap the reward for it. And this is the reward. By the blast of the Heavenly Father they perish. So the Most High, he's gonna blast your ass. You know, he's the true master blaster. And it says, and by the breath of his nostrils are they consumed. So the Most High is gonna blast you. All right, he gonna get you. All right. So let's go back to Salakia. But this is let's go back to Ezekiel 7:3. Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send my anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways, and recompense thee according to all thine abominations. And my eyes shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thine abominations shall be in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. You see? So the Lord, you gonna know it's him. People ain't gonna wonder, oh, why is this happening? Why is all this stuff, this horrible things happening? You people gonna know it's the Lord, man. You gonna know that the Heavenly Father's getting on your ass, man. He's jacking you up. And it says, thus saith the Lord YAHAWASHI, and evil and only evil behold us come. Only evil, man, in which you will not be able to escape. Jeremiah chapter 11, verse 11. And it says, therefore thus saith the Lord YAHAWASHI, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. So the Lord, he's the one that sends the evils. He's the one that sends the bad times, baby. All right? And guess what? Even though he sends them, guess what? He's going to have it to where you won't even be able to escape it. All right? And you're going to try to call upon him, and guess what? He ain't going to holler back. He ain't going to holler back, man. He ain't going to be like, oh, what's up? You needed me? No, he ain't going to answer nothing, man. You know, it's going to be dead silence, man. You know, YAHAWASHI. Like, you know how, like, you try to call somebody, and after a while, you know, it goes straight to voicemail, or it's like they probably put their phone on don't disturb. Well, that's how it's gonna be for the Heavenly Father, man. He ain't gonna hear you at his dwelling place. Okay, he's just gonna have you to suffer that which you gotta go through, man. You know, the Lord, he's cold, man. Okay, you know, just the Lord, he's terrible, man. You know, scriptures talk about in what's that, Joel 2, where it says let me see if I can find it. Joel chapter 2, I believe. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. Joel 2:11. Therefore, Salakia, and it says, and the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great. For he is, Salakia, it says, for he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of the Lord is great and terrible. And hold up. It says, for the day of the Lord is great and very terrible. Who can abide it? And that's right. Who can abide it, man? And that's what's coming, the day of the Lord, man. That's a very great, but a very also terrible day. Okay. So I just don't get where you Christians believe that the day of the Lord is just sunshine and rainbows, man. It's very, very far from the truth, because we're reading otherwise, man. Scriptures is very clear. But anyways, it says, verse 6, Ezekiel, all right, the book of Ezekiel 7:6, and the end is come, the end is come, it watches for thee, behold, it is come. The morning is come unto thee, Salaki, the morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest on the land, the time's come, the day of trouble is near, and not a sounding again of the mountains. See, the day of trouble is near, baby. Now will I surely pour out my fury upon thee, and will accomplish my anger upon thee. I will judge thee according to thy ways, and recompense thee for all thine abominations. And my eyes shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity. So the Most High ain't gonna be no mercy up out here, man. All right, he ain't gonna give a damn who you is. And it says, and my eyes shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity. I will recompense thee according to thy ways and thine abominations. And it says, that are in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am the Lord that smiteth thee. So you gonna know the Lord's getting your ass, man. You gonna know the Lord's jacking you up, man. And you have some of our people that have their mind situated in that sense. You know, they'll be like, I remember, I believe it was maybe my cousin or my godmother, or one of them, somebody in my family. I remember one day when I was young, they was like, man, you know, I think God's judging me, you know. And when Israel's getting jacked up, they come to a certain point in their mind, like, okay, this is the Heavenly Father's messing me up. It's God who's putting me through this. You know, that's why the majority of our people be like, why, God? Why are you doing this to me? You know? And it's because it's your punishment. It's because he's recompensing you for all, he's accomplishing his anger upon you. All right, and he's paying you back for all the abominations that you've been doing in the midst of it, man. You know, and that's the time that we're in, man. All right, while the world's getting punished for the evil and the wicked, what it said in Isaiah 13, I'll punish the world for the evil and the wicked for their iniquity. Okay. So, with that, brothers, you know, I'm ended there through the Spirit. I pray and hope that the lesson was edifying, exhorting, and comforting. And as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahawah, Bahashim, YAHAWASHI, Bahashim HaKakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and unto the elders, a great millstone, GMS, who taught me this truth. And honors to the brethren and the Akim out there that's been pushing out this truth with all sincerity and in faith. And to Wadi Yahawah, Bahashim YAHAWASHI for allowing me to come back with another lesson. And it's on to the next one, Akim. Shalom.